Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. And today I'll be reading a multi-character ex-listener by me. So let's get into it. Xiao, you had been missing Xiao all day, longing for his warm embrace. So when you heard the sound of his key turning in the lock, your heart skipped a beat. You rushed to greet him, hoping to ease your aching heart. As you stepped through the door, his eyes locked onto you and his lips curled up into a smile. But as he took in your appearance, his smile grew even wider. Is that my hoodie? He asked, his voice soft and warm. You blushed, feeling a little bit embarrassed. Yeah, I hope you don't mind. It's just so cozy. He chuckled, stepping closer to you. I don't mind that. Not at all. You look adorable in it. You couldn't help but feel your heart swell at his words, and you wrapped your arms around his neck, pulling him into a tight embrace. I missed you, he whispered, your lips brushing against his cheek. He wrapped his arms around your waist, pulling you even closer. I missed you too, he said, his voice husky with emotion. You stayed like that for a few moments, just holding each other, reveling in the warmth and comfort of the other's presence. Finally, he pulled away, holding you at arm's length so he could just look at you properly. You know, I think that hoodie looks better on you than it ever did on me. You giggled, feeling a little giddy with happiness. You think so? He nodded, his eyes twinkling with mirth. Definitely. And it's all yours now. Consider it a gift. You felt your heart skip a beat at his words, feeling overwhelmed with love for him. Thank you, you said, leaning in to press a gentle kiss against his lips. As you pulled away, he pulled you back in for another kiss, holding you close as if he never wanted to let you go. And as you melted into his embrace, you knew that there was nowhere else in the world that you would rather be than in his arms, wearing his cozy hoodie. Scaramouche. As you heard the sound of the door unlocking, he quickly threw on Scaramouche's hoodie that you had been cuddled up with on the couch. You can't help but smile as you watch him walk into the room, his eyes immediately lighting up when he sees you. Well, well, well. Looks like someone's been raiding my closet, he says with a smirk. You blush and look down at the hoodie, feeling a sudden wave of shyness wash over you. I love the way it smells. You admit, taking a deep breath and inhaling the scent of his cologne. Scaramouche's expression softens, and he walks over to you, pulling you into his arms. You know you don't have to wear my hoodie to smell me, right? He says with a chuckle. You look up at him, your heart swelling with love for this man. I know, but it makes me feel close to you. He says softly, shyly. Scaramouche leans down and kisses you gently, his lips tender against yours. You just know what to say to make my heart skip a beat. He murmurs against your mouth, and you both sink down onto the couch, kissing and cuddling up together under the soft fleece of his hoodie. As you rest your head against his chest, listening to the steady beat of his heart, you know that there's nowhere else you'd rather be than in his arms. Hearing him, his soft breaths and his heartbeat, and knowing that you were in sync, and that the whole world, even if just for a moment, only consisted of the two of you. Venti, you were snuggled up on the couch, wearing Venti's oversized hoodie. When you heard the front door open, you looked up to see Venti walking in. a smile on his face. "Hey there, a little hoodie thief," he says, leaning down to give you a kiss. You grinned up at him. I couldn't resist. It's just so cozy. He sat down next to you, his arm around your shoulders. "I don't mind. You look adorable in it." You snuggle closer to him, enjoying the warmth of his embrace. "How was your day?" "Long," he said with a sigh. "But seeing you like this makes it all worth it." He smiled, feeling a rush of affection for him. "I love you, Venti." He leaned in to give you another kiss. "I love you too, my sweet melody." As he settled into each other's arms, the sound of the wind blowing outside, Venti got his lyre out and started playing some music. The soft melodies of his lyre filled the room, and you closed your eyes, letting the music wash over you. You felt so lucky and blessed to have Venti in your life, and you knew you never wanted to let him go. As the night wore on, you snuggled closer to him, feeling safe and content in his arms. The hoodie may have been his, but Venti himself was all yours to have, and you were grateful for every moment that you got to spend with him. "Kazuha," you were lounging on the couch, scrolling through your phone, when you heard the front door open. You smiled to yourself, knowing that your boyfriend, Kazuha, was home. As you walked into the living room, his eyes immediately landed on you, and a soft smile spread across his face. "Hey, love," he said, his voice filled with warmth. You looked up from your phone and met his gaze. "Hey, Kazu, how was your day?" "It was good," he replied, stepping closer to you. "But it's even better now that I'm home with you." You couldn't help but blush at his words. Kaza always had a way of making your heart skip a beat at his words, whatever they may be. As he leaned in for a kiss, he noticed what you were wearing. "Is that my hoodie?" he asked, his eyes sparkling with amusement. You nodded, a small smile on your lips. "Yeah, I guess I was feeling a little bit chilly." Kaza chuckled and sat down next to you on the couch. "You know, you look really cute in my clothes." He felt a rush of warmth in your chest at his words. "Thank you," you said, snuggling up closer to him. Kaza wrapped his arm around you, pulling you close. "I'm glad you're comfortable wearing my hoodie. It makes me happy to know that a part of me is with you, even when we're apart." You looked up at him, feeling a swell of affection in your chest. "I love you," you said, pressing a soft kiss to his cheek. Kaza smiled down at you, his eyes full of adoration. "I love you too, my dear." And with that, he pulled you in for a sweet, tender kiss, his hoodie enveloping you both in a cozy embrace. "Child," you hear the sound of keys jingling at the front door, and your heart races with excitement. It's been a while since you've seen him, and you can't wait to wrap your arms around him already. As he walks in, he pauses in surprise at the sight of you wearing his hoodie. "Hey, I didn't know you had a thing for oversized hoodies." He grins, taking off his shoes. You laugh and twirl around. I couldn't resist the temptation of wearing something so cozy and warm. Childe walks over to you, pulling you into a tight hug. "You look adorable," he says, kissing your forehead. You snuggle into his embrace, feeling his warmth and the smell of his cologne. I missed you, you whisper. And I missed you too, my love. He replies, running his fingers through your hair. You both sit down on the couch, cuddled up under a blanket. Child's arms around you, holding you close to him. You rest your head on his shoulder, feeling his heartbeat against your cheek. I have a surprise for you, he says, pulling out a small box from his pocket. You look up at him, surprised. What is it? Child opens the box, revealing a beautiful necklace with a small seashell pendant. I saw this and thought of you. It reminded me of the time we went to the beach together. You gasp, tears welling up in your eyes. It's beautiful, child. Thank you. He helps you put on the necklace, his fingers lingering on your skin. I love you, he whispers, pressing his lips to yours. You wrap your arms around his neck, deepening the kiss. As you pull away, you smile at him. I love you too, my Prince Charming. Child chuckles, pulling you back into his arms. Glad to hear it, Princess. Cyno. As you wait for Cyno to return home, you find yourself missing him terribly. You start to feel the chill of the evening, so you wrap yourself up in the sabered hoodie that you left behind. You feel a sense of comfort and warmth envelop you as you wait for him to return. When Cyno walks through the door, his eyes immediately meet yours, and he stops in his tracks. His gaze moves to the hoodie wrapped around you, and a smile spreads across his face. Hey, that's mine. He chuckles, walking towards you and taking you into his arms. You look adorable in it, though. You blush at the compliment, feeling his arms wrap around you tightly. Thank you, you murmur, burying your face into his chest. It's just the truth, my love, he says, his voice soft and warm. But you know, seeing you in my hoodie makes it all better. It makes all the work worth it. He kisses the top of your head, and you sigh contentedly in his embrace. Can we just stay like this for a while? You ask, not wanting the moment to end. Of course, he says, holding you even tighter. As long as you're right here with me, I'm never going to let you go, he says softly. And that's how you spend the rest of the night, cuddled up in each other's arms. Tighnari, you're sitting on the couch, scrolling through your phone, when you hear the sound of the front door opening. You look up to see Tighnari walking in, a smile on his face. Hey babe, he greets you, walking over to give you a kiss. As he leans in, he notices that you're wearing a favorite hoodie. Wait, is that my hoodie? He asks, grinning. You look down at the hoodie, then back up at him. Yeah, I stole it. You say softly, and he chuckles. You look so cute in it. I can't even be mad. You feel a warmth spread through your chest at his words. I knew you wouldn't mind, you say, snuggling into the soft fabric. Tighnari takes a seat next to you on the couch, wrapping his arm around your shoulders. Of course not, he says. I love seeing you wear my clothes. You lean into his embrace, feeling content and safe in his arms. I love you, he says softly. And I love you too, but you know that already, he replies, pressing a kiss to the top of your head. As you sit together, comfortable and content, you know that there is nowhere else in the entire world you would rather be. With Tighnari by your side, and his hoodie wrapped around you, You feel like you could stay in this moment forever now. Not that you would ever come to mind. In fact, you just wish you could freeze this moment so you could look back on it later and remember every single detail. Albedo, you're lounging on the couch, flipping through a book, when you hear the sound of the front door opening. Looking up, you see Albedo walking in, his eyes immediately drawn to the hoodie that you're wearing. Is that my hoodie? He asks with a chuckle. You grin, guilty as charged. Albedo walks over, leaning down to press a soft kiss to your forehead. You look adorable in it, he murmurs, and you feel your cheeks flush at the compliment. Thanks, you say, snuggling into the warm fabric. Albedo takes a seat next to you, his arm wrapping around your shoulders. I missed you today, he says, his voice low and intimate. You turn to look at him, seeing the affection and adoration in his eyes. I missed you today, he says, his voice low and intimate. You turn to look at him, seeing the affection and adoration in his eyes. I missed you too, Albedo. Of course I would, you say, your hand finding his and interlacing your fingers. For a few moments, the two of you just sit there, content in each other's company. The only sound are the soft rustle of pages as you read, and the even breathing of Albedo beside you. You feel safe and loved, and you know that nothing could disrupt this beautiful moment, this peaceful time that you're having. Promise me you'll wear that hoodie more often, Albedo says, breaking the silence, and you could feel him smirking as he strokes your hair. You smile. I promise. It's too comfortable to resist anyway. I don't have much of a choice. Albedo chuckles. Good. I love seeing you in my clothes. And as you snuggle closer to him, you know that this moment is just the beginning of a wonderful evening spent in each other's arms and company, and that there was going to be a lot more to happen during this night. There was no reason to hurry it up with, though. You had a lot of time, and a lot of things to indulge in.